Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new, or welcome back if you're returning. Thank you so much for the love. I love you all right back. So happy new year. We made it to 2024. Trusting God to take us through the year. Yeah, so this year I'm really intentional in giving you guys educational content. Yeah, most of it educational content, something that you can learn. Once you watch my video, you have a takeaway. Okay, so I didn't want to do this video in my living room. As you can see the mess behind here, but time is not on my side. My son is sleeping in the bedroom. My bedroom usually allows more light inside than this side, but you can just work with what you have, because by the time ameamka atanisumbua mpaka jioni and I'll not have an upload. By the way, I upload videos every Sundays. I have not worked on the time yet, but at least I have a day for consistency. If I miss a Sunday upload, I upload Mondays morning. Yeah, if I make sense. Yeah, so welcome to today's video. So I want to talk about, just ignore the mess behind me, you guys. If you're not new to this channel, you know I've really struggled a lot with organizing clothes, especially after washing them. But I eventually usually just do it. So this is one of those days. I do not have a nanny right now, so just keep up. Yeah, so if you're new to this channel, welcome. I'm a training nurse at KMTC, where I let you guys know in the nearby future, so near. Yeah, so I've been training. I've been in nursing school literally now for 4 years. Yeah, I'll give you guys a story time of all that jazz. So I was supposed to be done by now. I was supposed to be done. The class that I was in were done by September. They're already done, but now I failed my final qualifying examination in KMTC. And once you fail, there are steps that you have to go through so that you can be able to attempt the same exams again. So that is what I'm going to take you through right now, because I realized there's a gap. For example, once you fail, one of the things you have to do is go through practical again. You have to go to the wards and all that stuff. So I realized that I could meet my young colleagues in the field, and then they could ask me, like, ukifail exam, like tena unarudi clinicals, you know, all that jazz. It's good just to share, so that you just ready. Okay, so please tag all your friends, share the video with all your nursing friends, sisters, brothers, cousins, and even if you're a parent watching this and you want to enroll your child into KMTC, specifically nursing school, this is the video for you, right? So let's just dive into. I'm going to talk about nursing department alone, the nursing school alone. Of course, KMTC offers a variety of courses, but I am meant to believe that every department has their own ways of handling FQE failure. Yo, nimeita vibaya FQE, like retakes. Yeah, I'm meant to understand that. So this is just particularly for nursing, from my own experience, not from the books or anything. Okay, yeah. So now, once you failed your examinations, of course you have to go and pick your results. Once the results are out, you realize you have a fail, you have to sign a book, or which stays with the class tutor, that says that you have to write your name, your admission number, that will just tell that you picked your results. And if it's a fail, you write the fail. If it's pass. Okay, so after that you have to go to the principal's office. I did not report to the principal's office because I was still in shock. If you've not watched how I found out that I failed, I'll link a video on my description box so that you can go back and watch. It was traumatic. So I was still stressed. Once I received my results, I just traveled back to Nairobi and just started thinking and figuring out things. what next, you know. So from my friends who went to the principal's office, they just told me that they were asked to clear the school fees, and then once they cleared school fees, they can go to the head of department nursing for further instructions. Yeah, so that's what the principal told them. Yeah, so you have to report to her. So after reporting to her, you then you have to pay school fees. You have to pay a whole term school fees. For this case is 39k, 39,000 Kenyan shillings. You can pay half or full, depending. Okay, for my case, I paid the full amount because I just didn't want other hitches. Yeah, so I paid the full amount, but I know other colleagues of mine who paid half, and then even quarter, and then you just go and write a, what we call it, there's a letter we write, commitment letter, that you'll pay the next amount at around this time, and that time. You understand? Yeah, so I do not want to talk a lot. I want this to be very quick. Yeah, so seeing the principal, fees done, then you go to the to your school secretary, sorry, after the principal. Pay your school fees to the bank, come with a bank slip, go to the secretary's office and pick a readmission form. So picking the readmission form, you have to enter your details, then you take your bank slip and that readmission form to the account office. Yeah, so that's where the accounts will clear you. Once now you're done, you have to go to your HOD, the head of department, in my case, nursing department. So so yeah, you just have to take your documents there now. So once you have taken your documents to the HOD, what happens? You are sent to the ward. So your HOD will just cross-check, so you've paid fee, what and what. So this now is where, if you have not paid the full amount of school fees, you now have to read the commitment letter. But if you do not have to go through that stage, you now have to be sent to the wards to go and write a duty rota for yourself, because now you have to do clinicals. Yeah, you have to do clinicals again for the areas that you had not, for the paper you did not pass. So it depends. For example, the best paper that I did not do quite well in was midwifery. Yeah, it's midwifery, and it had the most number of fails. Si kujitetea, but yeah. So I missed the pass mark by 5 points, so you can imagine. So yeah, I did not do well there, so I had to rotate in areas like maternity, postnatal ward, the mother-child health, welfare, and all that just that deals with midwifery. Yeah, so so I had to rotate there for close to 2 months. Yeah, close to 2 months, because 4 weeks. So I had to go. You have to go write a rota for yourself. For the first time, I wrote my rota to do M duty, because so we just have to do 2 shifts, either E duty or M duty. E duty you come from 7:30 to 4:30. M duty you do from 12:30 to 6 p.m. Chose this one because still, yeah, my son was still young. I needed to wake up, make sure he's well. I just wanted to wake up. I just wanted him to always wake up and just find me there, you know. So I just found that convenient for me. Yeah, let me stop ranting. It's already 10 minutes, guys. So yeah, so once I wrote my rota, I came back, took it to the HOD's office, and then now I had to write a letter. Another commitment letter, by the way, to like commit yourself to do the retake of the exams that you fail. I'll be putting them on the side or down here, or just on the screen, so that you guys can see the whole process. This is just, instead of a voiceover, I just preferred to do a sit down. Okay, guys? Yeah, so you again have to write that commitment letter to retake your exam. Okay, yeah, so once you are done with everything, now you take all your documents and you give the HOD. Also, you have to write what entails what is entailed in the commitment letter. You have to say that you're committed to do that exams. In this case, also you have to indicate how many days you'll be going to the clinicals and how many days you'll be doing library. So hakuna kufunzwa, like you're not taught, you just study for yourself. Student based learning. SDL, yeah. SBL, student based learning, SBL, yeah. So so for my case, let me talk for myself. I did clinicals for the first 4 weeks. I did clinicals 3 days, Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. Then Friday and Thursday and Friday I did library, yeah. For the second time as well, I did. Now for the second time you do 2 days, so I did Monday, Tuesday clinicals, then the rest of the 3 days I did library, yeah. So, and going to the library, it's from, most of the time it's 9 to, ideally it's supposed to be 9 to 5 but guys, mimi aki sikuwai, I had never been to a library until this time that I failed my exam. Like, gosh, studying in the library needs another version of alertness, because like, that has been the hardest part of this journey. So you have to go to the library, of course. So, and in the library we sign in and sign out. So I'll just do another video of a day in the library. I don't think I'll do a day in the clinical area, because privacy and all that jazz, you know, nursing, the way it sometimes it can be, yeah. So that's what is entailed in that letter. So once you're done with that letter, you just take it and take it to your HOD. Once the HOD has seen everything is okay, the HOD will have to stamp that letter and tell you to go and duplicate. Once you have duplicated it, you leave the original one with him and take the copy to the librarian, yeah, so that the librarian can admit you to that list of people who have retakes. Okay, so once you're done just like that, then the HOD might or might not send you to you know, in the nursing department there's that one lecturer who usually is in charge of the clinical placement. So you'll be sent to him or her, give you an XY form or not. I was given one. Some of my colleagues are not given XY forms. An XY form is a yellow form that we nursing students, whenever we go to the clinical areas, we go with it, so that how we perform can be, it's out of 100. So how we perform, depending on what is written there, you're given marks. Okay, yeah, so that's that. I went to give in the XY form, and now I had to report to the clinicals the next day. Yeah, so I wanted to shoot how the next day went, because now you have to go to and now report and explain yourself and all that jazz, you know. So that's basically it. Yeah, that is what you should expect. It's a lot. It's a lot, plus I had reported even late, way late, so it's a lot. Yeah, so on the next day I went and reported, and it was just cool. It was cool. The nurses there, they really understand. They try to even encourage you, you know. Yeah, I mean, I didn't get any kind of bashing from those nurses by there, if I talk for myself, from an honest point of view. Because let me tell you guys, if you fail, it's not because you're stupid. Sisemi mimi ni chopi, I'm not the most brightest person you'll find. Niko tu hapo. I'm just niko katikati. But let me tell you guys, I know bright people, watu hawajawai, but people who have never had a retake for any exam, even CATs and end exam and semester exams, I know them, and I have them with me, I have them with me preparing for our second attempt for this exam. I know people like that. So it's not because you're stupid. Sometimes you just don't know. It just gets you off guard. It just gets someone off guard. So so that's basically the process. And now once you are done with the once you're done with clinicals, now you have to get your yellow form signed with the in charge or whoever was supervising you in the ward. You take it to your HOD so that you can be placed for another rotation. Yeah, so if not, sometimes some of my colleagues, if you did not have a yellow form, you went as a group, you are written for like, and not just saying so and so, so and so, so and so have been attending clinicals from this date to this date, and you take to your HOD, just a confirmation that you have been going to these places, you know. Even for the library also, it's the same. Once you're done with your 4 weeks first, you have to be, the librarian has to acknowledge that you have been attending these libraries. You've been going to the library. Yeah, so that is just all about it. As at now, it's January. I'm supposed to go back for close to 2 weeks. I have my exam in 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah, I have my exam in 2 or 3 weeks. So I think right now we're just going to be doing a lot of library work and self-studies. That's basically what happens. And if you're there and you're watching this and you're going through the same thing that I'm going through, just be encouraged. Be encouraged. It's part of life. Last time I left you guys with a saying that believe that God's plans are more beautiful and more lovely than all of your disappointments. So just see the positive, just pick the positives out of the negatives, and you'll emerge. And do not procrastinate. Also, I wanted to talk about what I think I did well or good that could have other time and what I think I did not do well that contributed to my results. So one of the things, let me start with what I did not do well. I was not fully prepared for that exam. I'll run screenshots over here and even tell you conversations with my friends and even family. I used to text and tell them, even the day of the exam, or almost, I think a day to that exam, I texted my family and told them, you guys, you know, I'm not ready to sit for this exam. Like, I'm so scared. I don't know, should I just freak out and just leave it? I had deep conversations even with my partner, and I was really like, guy, I'm not ready to do this exam. I just feel like I'm going to fail, because what am I going to write in this paper? What am I going to write in those papers, honestly? You know, so I was not prepared. So if you're there and you are going to do it this January, just get prepared. Be ready. Just be ready. That's one of the mistakes that I made. During my whole season of that, before I did my exam, I was pregnant. I do not want to put my failure, I do not want to put my pregnancy, I do not want to blame my pregnancy for my failures, because, and that's why I've said I was not ready. I did not prepare well for the exam. My pregnancy, yes, it came with tiredness and sleepiness. Like, there's no position that I could assume and just study well. So that's what one of the things I did to help me is that I did audiovisual learning. Most of it could stick in my mind, you know, but not most of the time, you know. At that time, you are still in clinicals. Like, I remember that time I left class, we went to Mombasa for psychiatry in portraits. Like, I was just in the mood. And then at that time I was also following up my supervisor, my research supervisor, with my research, and now I had to leave Mombasa and come back to school and have my research checked. Like, it was chaotic. Then after leaving Mombasa, and then I came back, and then now we had to go for districts, where I went to Athi River, and now I had now to commute from where I am right now to Athi River. It was quite a distance. You can imagine a place where I used almost 300 a day. It was crazy. So I was always tired. I just sometimes I could just get excuses, but sometimes at night I could just say, okay, when insomnia strikes, I just sit down and just try studying a bit. But the whole point is that I was not prepared. I did not prepare well for that exam, so do not do the same mistake of not getting prepared. Second, I left a blank space in that paper, and it was worth 20 marks. Tell me why. Tell me why. I read the question and I was like, now what am I going to write here? I've never heard of this condition. What am I going to write? Our class teacher sat us down and told us, do not leave blank spaces. Now, what will I write in this question, guys? Write anything close to that answer, to that question. Just read. Imagine I missed I have told you guys, I only needed 5 points to reach the pass mark. Now listen, if I had just answered anything in that 20 mark question, would I be here? No, I will not be here, guys. So guys, just answer anything. If you ever have anything you need to write, jaza karatasi, write, andika. Just write anything, guys. Do not assume, do not leave blank spaces in your exams papers. And the third thing I think I did not do well is to coordinate with time. Look, we have 3 hours to do that question paper. It has I don't really remember how many question papers, how many questions are in that paper, but I think we have 40 MCQs, 20 marks. We have a long answer for 20 marks, that's 60, and the short answer questions again, they amount to 40 marks. So it's a paper out of 100 for 3 hours. Now I did not work well with time again, because you usually advise that your rough work you write behind the answer booklet. So the time that you're using to answer that booklet, to brainstorm, time inaenda. Yeah, time moves. So time waits for no man. So don't just be there at your brainstorming and time is moving. That's what I did wrong as well, because by the time I was done with the last SAQ, when I wanted not to attempt the long answer question, it was like 10 minutes to stop time. And that exam is so strict. Like, time ikigonga tu hivi, mnaambiwa msimame. So there's nothing you could do. So after hizo 10 minutes, I was like, so now what am I going to write in these 10 minutes? I sat down with someone who was telling me, it's because mebaki like 15 minutes, alafu time inaisha, na hakuwa amejibu hiyo swali ya mwisho ya 20 marks. So I'm like, uliwezaje kuandika? Like, manage your time well. Just know how to manage your time well. Just go to a pace. Like, in the room you'll have a watch on the wall, so a clock on the wall. So just look at the clock, do your MCQs first 1 hour, SQ second 1 hour, long answer you can do the next 1 hour, and even you proofread your work. Okay, just do that. So that is also something else that I did not do, that could have contributed to my failure. Now what's the good part? At least I showed up for the exam. At least I showed up, at least I attempted the examination. And what's the good thing? I passed for 3 out of 4 papers. So yeah, I'm truly gonna conquer this one. Yeah, so pray for me wherever you are. Just pray for me. Yeah, you can never be ready for an exam, Aki. but this time I feel more confident, you know. Yeah, so that's all I wanted to share with you guys. If you have the same experience with mine, please, you can leave your stories on the comment section. Let us have a chat, guys. Comment on my videos, you know, it's free. It's free. Subscribe as well, it's free. It's free to subscribe, no one is going to charge you, okay? Please subscribe to my channel, like my videos, share my content if you feel someone else will get value out of it. So thank you so much for watching up to this end. I think now from here, any other video that comes up will make sense. I hope I have not rapped. Guys, I was really trying to do it so fast before the baby wakes up, you know. Having a baby is a whole new thing. So thank you so much for watching up to this far, and if you've enjoyed watching the video, please like, subscribe, guys. Please get me to 500 subs before before half of the year. Before half of the year, guys. Please subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. So until next time, bye for now, guys.